Vaccine controversy at a private school in Miami. The school employees warned not to get vaccinated or they could end up losing their jobs. Today we're
despite a memo telling teachers if they do get the shot, they can't come back to work. The school previously sent this letter to employees asking them to report their vaccine status, saying if you make the decision to take this experimental drug after April 22nd, you will not be allowed to return to work. After April 22nd, a parent was shocked to learn of the school's position, which medical experts say has no basis in scientific evidence.
There are cases all over the internet. If you do a search for unvaccinated people being impacted by vaccinated people, there's thousands of cases all over. I would rather lean on the side of caution than making a decision that could hurt our children.
I hope everyone's having a good day. Yeah, we're going to be looking at the Centner Academy with all of the publicity and everything going on. I just had to look at it. And as you can see, even in the main logo here, there's your Hamza hand. That should already say everything you need to know. But let's look at really briefly, I'll try to go over this quickly. Beautiful pictures from the school. There's a picture from the above. Very interesting building. Looking at the address, adds to 14 to me, kind of like 7 sevens. What's come to mind is Prince Philip's membership to the Royal Society. Yeah, where there's the 7s on each side of the pillar. Did you notice how they said after April 22nd? That's what they emphasized on. So I don't think she's fully against, but it's at a certain time, perhaps. Well, maybe there's more to it, but let's just look at details of the heads of the school. There you have the 5, as well as, of course, the co-founders. We'll look into them in a minute. But the logo itself, I kind of see sort of like a C, and then 2 horns. Just my take on it. Maybe you're seeing other things. Of course, there are promises of happiness and creativity, purpose, and just so much, because it's a happiness school, which draws on the latest research in the field of mindfulness. There you go. There you have it. Taking into account 5 aspects of well-being: spiritual, physical, intellectual, relational, and emotional. Right off the bat, I would not send my child here. I also knew I needed healing, she said, Leila was saying. I went to O&O Academy in India. Healing this trauma wasn't about only me. It's about my kids and their kids. And my eyes are open now. It's like I can see everything. So I can be more connected to God, the universe. Thankfully, I finally learned how to access my inner peace and joy. Equanimity, she says. Oh my goodness. And then she goes on in their site, let's create a school that meets all the needs of our children, yada, 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 global citizens. Global citizens? Why did they say that? Because all I can think of is this global citizen right here and how much we do not trust them, right? Unbelievable. So now let's look at David and Leila Centner, the co-founders of this school. Well, I didn't find a whole lot, but I found enough. Of course, they're entrepreneurs and philanthropists. Oh, yes, just like Bill Gates. Yeah, they bought this for $13 million. Yep, had to have the 13 in there. Oh, boy, that was a few years ago. And, well, wouldn't you have it? Hey, he's a lawyer. Oh, that's right. He's a lawyer, not just a lawyer, but a super lawyer, a leading lawyer, a legal professional of the year. Well, I don't trust lawyers. I don't know about you, but sorry if you're a lawyer out there. There are some good ones, but the majority, I think of Hillary Clinton. Let's just say it like it is, one that will never be put in jail. Well, he's a founder of many things like Click Now, MaterialNet, and so much more, but the most impressive was the Highway Toll Administration. He founded and financed this and then sold it a few years later for an undisclosed amount in 2018. We're drawn to causes that break the cycle of poverty. So that's what they're doing now with the school, right? Oh boy. Well, Leila herself, well, she was a successful person, is also a chief financial officer of the Highway Toll Administration, but also worked in many other organizations such as Arthur Andersen, which is the big five companies in financing apparently, and Deloitte. Well, Andersen was found guilty in crimes after they were auditing Enron. Yeah, they were probably covering up something, who knows, but I'm not going to get into that. But Deloitte, also an accounting organization. So, and they sponsor many things such as a lot of the Olympics. One specifically is the Invictus Games. Notice the I think A Minute to Midnight and others have covered this. I don't know, but that was years ago. But anyway, so they own this bold Miami penthouse. Yep, they're right at the top there, calling it Capabella. Maybe that means something, I don't know. But RV policy, well, they honor freedom and of choice. See, freedom of choice. We are proud that our happiness school does not mandate V of any kind, and we accept religious exemptions. Well, looking a little deeper into a different avenue, they also donated to the Republican Party. Yep. 1 million, but they've also donated to the Democrats. I bet any dollar that they were Democrats prior to Trump. But anyway, so they are a MAGA. They're all a part of that. And notice in that video clip I showed you, there was also not only talk of that after the April 22nd, but also the number 13 on his shirt there. Had to have that in there, but they're a media organization, so we can see. But then I noticed, and I zoomed in on their shirts. I actually, when I was researching, I thought it was something else and it didn't have to do with their school. But it does. The core of our foundation is all about the happy child, mindfulness, and helping shape conscious and connected little beings. $30,000 per child per year. Found also in the same video clip, the dollar amount. Well, add that together, came to 27. It might not mean anything. But this is one of their logos. A bee doing yoga. Okay? The OK sign means 666 if you're unaware of this. And yoga, I would not be caught doing. And if you are, please watch my video on it. It is not just an exercise. Helping your child be all they can be. Yeah. So we are already clearly can see they're all about the hive mind. They are on board. They're the same. They're one just as the papacy. So all Freemason. As I see it, controlled opposition. But I'm going on, so I really want to wrap this up, but show you their partners, Convoy of Hope, Lotus Hope, and Arch Center. Now, the reason I'm going to go over this is for a few reasons, and you'll see here in a minute. That's why we partner with like-minded organizations. Just keep that in mind, and this is Convoy Hope. So, of course, many huge companies like Bass Pro Shops, Home Depot, but look at that, K-Love, yep, and PureFlix. Together with Walmart, PepsiCo, and the school. Just mind you. So Lotus House. To me, I think of the lotus flower that Trump gave the Pope. But before we get into their partners, it's about a wellness center, the LGBT. So it's all the same, right? So who are their partners in here? The Goya, huge partners. CVS, United Way. I'll add the link so you can stop and focus on these. Bank of America. But I want to get to the last few, okay? So Peacock Foundation, VU. This is the VU Church. The VU Church is a part of Lotus. Could that be Kamala Harris's family member? I don't know. Just saying. I just put it in there. The Arch Center is also in there, one of their partners, and of course they have huge organizations. They're an art center, so nothing surprising there. So there you have it. some of the organizations they're a part of, and of course the fun dimension to bring joy to undeserved children in South Florida. So they do a lot of good work, but so do so many of the Lions and other organizations that are Freemason. We know they have to do good to cover their bad. But now let's look into this, what I couldn't believe. So we know all about the V and Robert Kennedy having this movie and so much more. Well, did you know David Centner was the executive producer for Robert Kennedy's latest V production documentary? Now look at all the other names here on the right. Northrop, Bigtree, Polevsky. There you have it. And Centner's names are in there as well. Are they a part of these? I don't know, but it was interesting to find that their address was at 66 Powerhouse in New York. Huh. Very interesting indeed. I don't know about these others like Lynn Centner. Maybe it's a popular name. Centner Consulting. Maybe they're family members, cousins. I don't know. But all I know is I would not trust them, and this is totally controlled opposition as I see it. And this is just a short take of a couple days worth of looking into the Centners. That's my take. Tried to keep it short. This is my second take. The first take did not work at all. Something happened with the volume. So anyway, God bless. Have a great day, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow.